Along to the next round where each correct answer is again worth 20. See the lights above the team's names. If they're on in a row like that, that'll show 8 questions in a row. Answered correctly, good for a 25-point bonus. Flowers, you're up first, so South County select, please. David, which one? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
Number 2, okay. Here we go. Evan, George, and Patience with your turn in the round. 14 women and 6 men were executed and many more imprisoned during the 17th century witchcraft hysteria in what Massachusetts city?
Salem.
Yes. Although its ancient African name meant savage, what largest of the great apes is usually docile in captivity?
Gorilla.
Gorilla is right. It took over 100 years, but salvagers finally raised the sunken Confederate ship H.I. Hunley, which was what type of vessel, such as the later German U-boat? Got it?
A sinker?
No, I'm sorry, a submarine. Now check the monitor for your first question here. Helium, nitrogen, argon. The sun's energy is released through the process of fusion, during which hydrogen is converted into which of these elements?
Nitrogen.
Helium is the answer there. Not many West Point graduates end up in prison, but that was the fate of what man jailed for his role as President of the Confederacy? Have it? Jefferson Davis was that man. Now that there are so many restrictions on whale hunting, life might be easier for the great white whale that titles what classic novel by Melville?
Moby Dick.
That's right. The monitor again. If the A equals 4, what is the value of this expression?
1. 1.
1 is right. What 4th Chief Justice administered the presidential oath of office 9 times during his tenure from 1801 to 1835? That was John Marshall. I'm sorry. John Marshall. Flowers has 290 after you're part of the round. 290. Okay, South County has the turn now, so TC select for them, please. Anil, which one? 1 or 3?
3.
Okay, here you are, South County. Let's see how you do in this round. Most colleges are open every year, but what political college is in session only once every 4 years to select the president?
Electoral College.
Right. Because a 16th century explorer claimed he had seen armed women along South America's longest river, the river was given what name referring to women warriors?
Amazon.
Amazon, right. Alexander Hamilton fought for American independence, but in 1804 Hamilton was defending himself when he engaged in what sort of one-on-one combat with Aaron Burr?
Duel.
Duel is right. The monitor again. 4, mosses, ferns, blue-green algae. Which of these plants is regarded as the simplest?
Algae, yeah.
Blue-green algae.
Right. 17th century ruler Shah Jahan was so bereft by the death of his favorite wife that he built what white marble mausoleum, now a major tourist attraction in Agra, India?
Taj Mahal.
Right. Insomnia was obviously not a problem for what Washington Irving title character who took a nap that lasted 20 years?
Rip Van Winkle, yeah.
Rip Van Winkle.
He's the man. And now on the monitor, simplify completely this expression.
Two X minus 5.
That's good. President Zachary Taylor, hero of the Mexican War, was a cousin of what 4th U.S. president in office during the War of 1812?
James Madison.
There's a bonus for South County. Yes, sir. Good going, leaving number 1 here for T.C. Williams High School, Alexandria, Virginia. On the Great Seal of the U.S., the eagle does not merely rest on its perch. It clutches what sort of branch that symbolizes peace?
Olive.
Yes. One inventor who did not profit from his most famous work was Eli Whitney, who gave up trying to protect his rights to what invention that revolutionized Southern agriculture?
The cotton gin.
Yes, during the War of 1812, a group of New England dissidents met in what Connecticut capital to discuss secession from the Union?
Hartford.
Hartford is right, the monitor. Heat, light, electrical energy. Although one hears the word calorie most often used in connection with food, a calorie is defined as a measure of which of these?
Heat.
That is the right answer. The Third Servile War, or the Gladiators' War, are both names applied to the revolt led by what Roman slave in 72 BC?
Spartacus.
Right. It was back in 1949 that the novel 1984 was written. By what English author who also wrote Animal Farm?
George Orwell.
All right, on the monitor, solve for X.
6.
Good. The first cabinet appointee to be rejected by the Senate was what man who later was confirmed as Chief Justice and wrote the Dred Scott decision? You have that?
Marshall.
I'm sorry, Roger B. Tawney was the answer there, so TC 420 and the end of the round. Thank you very much, ladies. Welcome back. We'll recap the scores before we get to the grab bag free-for-all. Tighten up a little bit. Charles Herbert Flowers in Springdale, Maryland, 290. South County, Lorton, Virginia, 405. T.C. Williams, Alexandria, 420. Okay, now it's 20 points for each correct answer in this grab bag free-for-all. Visual questions, 30 points. Penalties if they miss the question. It was in the 17th century that people first referred to what colorful tape to describe bureaucratic rules that RTC.
Red tape.
Red tape is right. You want to be in China on July 22nd, 2009 to get the, all right, TC.
The Olympics.
Say it again.
The Olympics.
The total eclipse of what solar phenomenon? The total eclipse is what we needed there, so that's 20 down. Moving from coast to coast, what former Yankee manager will now join the LA Dodgers? TC.
Joe Torre.
That's right. On the monitor, a 30-pointer. Taking advantage of the shade, these village women are meeting in what African country whose capital city is Accra? Flowers.
Ghana.
Ghana is right. In James Barrie's novel, Peter Pan lost what image of himself when Mrs. Darling put it away in a drawer? TC, say it again.
Shadow.
Shadow is right. If an 80-foot building casts a 60-foot shadow, how tall is a tree that casts a 15-foot shadow? 20 feet is the answer. America is named for Amerigo, the first name of what explorer? TC.
Amerigo Vespucci.
Vespucci is right. On the monitor, 30-pointer. Government must be conducted in a goldfish bowl, so said Arthur Goldberg, who became ambassador to the UN in 1965, at the request of what Democratic president from Texas? South County.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
That's right. Lyndon Johnson is right. 30 points. There are many shades of gray, including a color that takes its name, from what sort of carved monsters that serve as water spouts on medieval cathedrals?
Gargoyles.
TC. Gargoyle is right. The tiny motions of earthworms can be detected by the sensitive beak of what bird that is the symbol of New Zealand? South County.
Kiwi.
Kiwi is right. If you read Oliver Lafarge's novel Laughing Boy, you'll be reading about what large tribe of Native Americans located in the Southwest. Navajo is the answer there. On the monitor, a 30-pointer. This might have been a text message from what explorer who, with Matthew Henson in 1909, all right, Flowers?
Robert Perry.
Perry is the man who reached the North Pole, 30 points. Many courthouses all over the world display portraits of what ancient Babylonian ruler? TC.
It's Nebuchadnezzar.
Your answer?
Nebuchadnezzar.
I'm sorry, in Hammurabi, 20 down. On the Chinese calendar, the 23rd day of the 12th moon is set aside to honor the god of what household room that named Andrew Jackson's informal cabinet? South County.
Kitchen.
Say it again.
Kitchen.
Kitchen cabinet is right, and there is the end of the game. Thank you very much, everybody. The scores are now official, and what a game, right down to the last question or so. Our thanks first go to the team from Charles Herbert Flowers in Springdale, Maryland. Thank you, Evan, George, and Patience for your work today. And what a match, as I say. This is just 5 points separating first from second. Here's the excellent team from South County in Lorton, Virginia. Thank you, Kiara, David, and Sean. 475. And just edging them out with a score of 480. Here's the winner today, T.C. Williams, Alexandria. That means that T.C. will be facing two other